Copy, thanks for listening. Nigga, they been the same since Biggie smacked me at my christening. Watch what you dishing in. Please play it safe, cause your position on the top is switching right in front of your face. Rocking wide in space with rhymes, I'm busting out. Keep ducking down, got some missiles now, headed for your house. So put the pistols down, got that red dot on your nose.
What is going on, everybody? It is Mo with the tutorial for you guys today. Today we're going to be syncing sniper clips, and we're going to use Twixtor and Time Remap. So Twixtor, we're going to do Twixtor in the beginning, and then we will do Time Remap later on. So we're going to go ahead and get straight into it and go ahead and create yourself a composition. I already created mine, but composition, new composition. And my composition settings, 1920 by 1080, which is 1080p. And the frame rate is 60 frames per second. Duration, you can have it, around a minute, I guess you could say. All right, so basically, the first thing you want to do when you're syncing sniper clips is you want to start marking the beats. Ignore this, I just faded the song in. There's a song we're using.
Watch what you dishing in. Please play it safe, cause your position on the top is switching right in front of your face. Rocking wide in space with rhymes,
I will leave this project file in the description for you guys. Each tutorial I'll update it. I'll probably be using the same exact clips in this editing series that I'm doing. So first of all, you want to mark the beat. So if you go here into the composition panel, you can click L twice and it'll bring up the waveforms right here. If your waveforms do not look like this, you could easily go up here to these three bars, click this, and uncheck rectified audio waveforms. Yours probably look like this, but I always change mine to this so I can have more of a see everything. Make sure that what's a beat is a beat, like right here. You could tell this, boom, it's that beat. So for marking the beats, you will click the Asterisk key on the numpad, and to preview the audio, you will click the period on the numpad as well, so you can actually preview the audio as you go along and mark the beats. So another way to mark the beats is you can go and click this right here from the comp marker bin and drag it, and you can put a marker on the exact same spot as well. So you want to do that for all the beats that you plan on syncing, all the beats of the song, and make sure that it's to your liking. You can preview it. You can still set the markers as this previewing, but usually I just I take my time with it. So what I'm about to do is I'm about to set all the markers, and I'm going to speed through it since I've showed you guys how you can do it with the Asterisk key or dragging it in. So I will see you guys after I get this finished. Alright guys, I marked more beats than I needed to, but I did mark up all the beats. The reason why I marked more beats than you would think I would is because I'm doing Twixtor and Time Remap. So we're going to do Twixtor first and then go straight into the Time Remap. So now what we can do is we can import the first clip. Now I don't just simply drag it in. What I do is I actually double click this and I go in the footage, like the little, this footage portion. I can drag it to where I want to look at the clip beginning. And I always start when they're running. So what you can do is you can go to the set endpoint to current time, and that will trim it to the beginning or to where you want the clip to start. So now when you drag it in, it starts at that position right there. So what you can do is you can go to the beginning where you want everything to start and press the left bracket key. All of the commands that I am using will probably be in the description. If I'm missing one, and I apologize, but I think I have them all. But the left bracket, put it in, and it snaps it to the playhead, the beginning to the playhead. The other one snaps the ends to the playhead. So what you want to do is have that right there, snap it. And now you want to split the clips on the shot. We're not going to put them on the beats yet, so don't worry about any of this. What we're doing is we're looking for these shots. We're looking for the bullet trail. So page down and page up or moving one keyframe. So page down, you move forward, and page up, you move backwards. So we're going to move forward with page down, and there is a bullet trail. So we're going to Control, Shift, and D, which is split the clip or splitting the layer. And now we'll go to the next shot and do the exact same thing. Now page down, there we go. Now Control, Shift, D, and we're going to split it again. and then go to the next shot. And I hope you guys really pick up on these things, because you know, in future tutorials these will also be like the same commands will be used. So remember to try to remember the keyframes. I mean, not the keyframes. Remember the keyboard shortcuts, and make sure that you know them well, because you know, like as we progress through tutorials, I'll probably, you know, be doing more of that. But all the commands will probably still be in the description. Okay, so now we're gonna snap the clips to the beat, so you guys know that we use the brackets to snap things to the playheads. So basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna hover the playhead, which is this blue thing, if you don't know. This playhead, we're hovering it over and we're gonna snap to the beat. So you hold shift, or you hold the playhead and you hold shift, you know. And then if we want to put it on this beat, then we click this and snap it. And I just know that that's the beat that I want to put it on, because if you listen, make sure you always turn the audio of the clip layer off. You see how it's like the. So you want the shot to be on the. And then there's another one, so we can put this right here, this next shot. So then we have another one right here. So now we can put that one right there, which is pretty good. So now, since we have that, we've snapped them to the beats, and now let's see, we can make it where we want this clip to end. So we can have it right here, because we're just syncing to the main beats right now. You know, we're syncing to the main beats. So now, since we have that, you're probably like, these are underlapping. So now what you can do is just drag these in, or you could trim it. You could trim the clip with Alt and the bracket, the right bracket, which also, you know, that will trim it. Okay, that will trim the layer that you're using. So Alt, you know, right bracket. But also, like, if you use Alt and then in the like left bracket, like the beginning one, then it'll trim the front. So we're just gonna trim the back, Alt, and then right bracket. Also in the description, I'm gonna keep saying that because I want you guys to know. All right, so now it's time to start Twixtor syncing. I'm going to show you guys my Twixtor settings before I start, and then we will get on to the actual syncing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull out my Twixtor settings. Actually, they're in here. There they go. So, okay, so now we have my Twixtor settings. So you guys can look at this and you see all these settings. You can pause the video. We can go over them in another video, but I don't think that'll be a short video. So what I just did is, once you press 100 on the speed percentage, you always want to start at 100, because if you start at 300, then it'll start the clip at the wrong time. I moved one keyframe forward, my bad, guys. Kind of getting ahead of myself. But if you moved it to 300, then it'll be like right here. You don't want it to be right there. So you set a keyframe at the beginning at 100. You press U, and then you zoom in with this. You know, you zoom in, and then you go a keyframe forward. Now you guys remember which keyboard shortcut that is, which is page down, which go forward one keyframe. So now you will change this to 300. Now we're speeding up on the beat. So you speed up on the beats. That's basically how you sync, and speed up on the beats and slow down in the middle and stuff like that. So now what we will do is we'll Control C this keyframe. You Control C this keyframe, which is copy, and then you Control V, which is paste. So you paste it right here. So we have 300 right here and a 300 right here. In the middle, what you want to do is you want to put it down to 50 or 60. I don't go below 50 though. I don't go below 50 unless I have motion sensitivity up and other options. It'll be a different setup than it is now. So what we will do is we will drag these, and then you can go to keyframe assistant, easy ease. Now you don't have to do it on the first keyframe, because there's really no point on putting on the first keyframe, since it's like there's no space in between these two. So there's no reason to really easy ease that one. I just do it out of, you know, just habit. Like, I don't even think about it. But what you want to do is you want to go to graph editor. Highlight all these, go to the graph editor, and you want to drag these down, like these top handles right here, these Bezier handles, Bezier, oh well. But you want to drag these out as well. You want to drag these out, drag those down, drag these out. So that's basically, I keep saying basically, but Then you want to grab these, Ctrl C, and you want to go to the next marker right here. Well, not the next one like this, but you want to go to the last marker. You want to page down, and then you want to Ctrl V again. Now, we want to put it to this marker right here, but they extend it all the way out. So a way to fix that is to hold Alt and then click this, and you can drag them in. But you can also hold Shift after you did that, and you can snap them to the marker. So now you can page down, go ahead, and then Ctrl V, paste it again. Go to this marker, Alt, drag, Shift, boom. And then page down, and then you go over here to this next marker, Alt, drag, Shift, boom. And now that's like a little thing you can do. So now for the next clip, you want to do the same thing. You go on add Twixtor. You could set the speed to 100 again. Page down, and then press U so it opens up the keyframes. And you could just click Ctrl V. You don't have to do the same thing. Like, you don't have to go and do the tedious work because you've already done it. So now you can take these and you can Alt, click, and drag out like this right here. Or you can hold Shift as well. But now you don't have to worry about this beginning keyframe because remember I said it doesn't matter because there's no space between them to actually make a difference in anything. The 100% is just a placeholder to make sure that you're at the right spot. So now you just keep doing that and then match it up with the beats. If you want to change the speeds, you can, but I will do that after you preview it so you'll be happy with what you want. So since you guys know the procedure, that's all you do. You just add add your Twixtor settings, or you can add Twixtor to all of the layers before you even, start syncing. So you won't have to keep adding it. But since I have my preset, then, I'll make a quick tip tutorial on, how to save animation presets. Now you want to do this again, speed 100, page down, Control V, go to this one. And then usually, like, on these occasions, I would speed edit all this and show you guys the rest. I'm gonna do that for the rest of the, some parts in the rest of the tutorial. But I'm doing the full thing so you guys can, see what's going on, so you guys won't be confused. But you saw that it's kind of like the same process over and over again. But the main thing that you want to do is make sure you sync them up like really good. You want to have I don't want to say perfect sync, but you want to have pretty accurate syncing. You don't want to be off on anything because then it won't look good. So now we're going to go ahead and RAM preview. These are my RAM preview settings. Resolutions on quarter. I have skip on because it skips a number of frames. Like it has one frame. It does renders one frame, skips to another one, renders that one, skips it, renders another one.
Watch what you dishing in. Please play it safe cause your position on the top. Thanks for listening. They been the saints, just Biggie smack me at my christening. Watch what you dishing in. Please play it safe cause your position on the.
So now you're kind of like, wait a minute. He skipped, he broke the Matrix or something. He just shot out of nowhere. So what we can do is we can actually fix that, guys. If you go to Time Remapping, which is Ctrl-Alt-T, or you can right-click Time and enable Time Remapping, and the shortcut is right there. So learn the shortcuts, write them down, put them in your notes, anything like that, so you just remember them and don't forget them. So now what you can do is click this add a keyframe, and now what you can do is you can speed it up. You can speed it up to where he jumps, and then you can go before he shoots. You can use this time, time little counter thing, and then you can go ahead and drag this out to the end points. So it drags this point in time out, making the clip longer. So, well, making the clip making this portion slower. But it still is on beat though. It's still gonna be on beat since we do still have the Twixtor syncing there at the bottom. We just time remapped it to change the time frame in which is being slowed down and sped up. So if we look at this again,
for listening. They been the saints, just Biggie smack me at my christening. Watch what you dishing in. Please play it safe cause your position on the top. Thanks for listening. They been the saints, just Biggie smack me at my christening. Watch what you dishing in. Please play it safe cause your position on the top. Thanks for listening.
So you guys see how that Twixtor syncing is working. Now you can obviously tinker around with it, mess around with it, change things to 55, change this to 60, change this to blah blah blah. Just make sure that it has that it has the same curve. Can you select them? Goodness gracious, like don't even. But make sure it has this same curve right here. My bad. You should have this on. Make sure you have the same, you know, this curve, this U. Make sure you have that, because if you don't, then it'll probably look different, and you just want to make sure everything like works out. This is my way of syncing. This is how I believe that you, not saying that this is the way that you should do syncing, because I mean, Time Remap is the next one, so you can kind of just experiment with them, because that's what I do. All right, so next we're going to do Time Remap syncing, guys. And for Time Remap syncing, I'm going to not going to do anything different. It's going to be the same process until we get to the syncing portion. So I'm going to fast forward. I'm going to tell you guys what I'm doing, and then I'm going to fast forward. But we've already marked the beats ahead, so I'm going to double click this to where I want this to begin. So let's see. Okay, that Seraph is getting shot. I previewed this clip a few times, so this portion is not where the clip begins, because it fades off of the kill feed. But he sees an enemy right over here, as you can see him over here peeking around the corner, like the Terminator or something. And then we're going to just we're going to start a clip right here. So we set the endpoint at current time, and we're going to drag this in. We just put it above the other clip, and we're going to snap it with the left bracket, of course. And now what you will do is you will split the clips on the shots, and then you will snap the clip or snap the shots to the beats. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to speed through it, because you guys are here for the syncing portion. I've showed you guys how to do it with Twixtor, so you guys know how to split the clips, and you guys know how to snap them to the beats, because you mark the beats, right? Okay, we're good? We're good. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comments, and I'll handle that when I can. So I'm going to go ahead and split it and snap the beats, and then when I start time remapping, I'll let you guys see it. All right, before I snap this to the beat, I just want to tell you guys that he did miss a shot right here. He missed a shot right here on the Seraph. He missed a shot, but the thing that you can do is you can, instead of, you know, unless you want to fit it with the beat, but you can actually have it where he's aiming in and the shot is quick, and it, like you like split it right here, I guess, or you end it right here, and then it goes into that shot like he didn't miss a shot. You can put that there, or you can keep it how it is and make it sync with the song and make it, you know, show that he missed the shot. It's up to you guys. It's really personal preference. I usually sometimes, you know, I don't even show him missing the shot, but it's all in preference. I mean, if people want the raw clips, then they should go look at something else. So I'm about to snap these to the beats, and I'll see you guys in a second. All right, I've snapped the clips to the beats that I want. Now I'm going to trim these down with Alt and then the right bracket. I'm gonna click this one and I'm Alt in the right bracket. I'm gonna click this one, I'm Alt in the right bracket. Okay, remember these commands, they're in the description. So I'm gonna click this clip too. You see there's some space in between, but we could Alt in right bracket as well, and it like fills it in because it extends the actual layer. So now, since it's time remapping, it is going to be it's going to be different. It is going to be different. We can get this out of the way. So we can get this stuff out of the way. Move all this distraction. It's not really a distraction, it's just there. But look, so we can do Ctrl-Alt-T or right-click, time, enable time remapping. So what you would do is since you start the clip right here, you will have the keyframe so you don't lose this spot that you set. You know, to set the clip to start at. You go to where he's zooming in. It doesn't matter where you start this from, okay? You can start it right here, you can start it right here, you can start it right here. But make sure that you like change the time to where you're zooming in, and make sure it's before the shot, because then you don't want it to like double, you don't want the shot to double up. So what you'll do is you will grab these and you will click F9, or you will right click keyframe assistant, easy ease. But remember these shortcuts. Remember F9 most definitely. Ease in and ease out. I mean, you can use those in different situations, but we won't go over that today. So what we will do is there is keyframes on the outside of these. We just set these keyframes down, but there's always the beginning keyframe and the end keyframe. Now the beginning keyframe is somewhere in oblivion, so he's like all the way over here. We can't get to him. So, but it's okay though. We deleted the end one, so we'll go ahead and grab these and go to the graph editor. You see that this one was down there. We can't mess with them because we can't reach them right now. But you can see that this is good enough for us to work around with. So get the bottom one and drag it up. So basically that's a speed thing, speeding up. And then you'll drag this one down, and that makes it speed up, slow down, and speed back up. Now, you can adjust this how you want. That's the liberties, or that's the good things about having time remapping syncing. Time remap syncing. That's the good thing about it, because you can speed it up and slow it down, or you can, like, you know, have it super slow. You don't want that, but you can have it, like, you know, it's personal preference, up to you the way you want to sync. So basically you do that for all of these. You can Control Alt T. You basically start it off like that. So this beat is kind of weird. It's like a double bass situation. You can, like, you know, you can kind of mess around with it. Usually I can, like, make these the bolt back situation. So that's what I'm gonna do. So you basically, like, and then what I was talking about before about doing this, so you can kind of have it like where it's like right here where you zoomed in, since it's gonna be quick. And you can, you know, remember, you can put these where you want them to be. I usually put them on the bolt when, like, he pulls the bolt back after each shot. And that's what I usually do when I don't have anything else to sync. But you guys can mess around with it. And you just mess around with these, and if they look flat, like say it like look flat like this, or say it was super small like this. Like, what if you're like, I don't know how am I going to fix that? Well, what you can do is you can uncheck this, or uncheck the auto zoom graph height. You will hold Control. You can zoom in like this, and it'll widen them, or it'll vertically, like, bring them up like this. Or you can Alt and zoom. And I'm using the middle mouse button to zoom, okay? Because I don't think it works with this one. No, it doesn't. So the middle mouse button, you know, you're, like, moving it, the mouse wheel. My bad, the mouse wheel. And you can just mess around with this. So if it was, like, super small like this, you go hold Control, zoom in vertically, click the middle mouse button and hold it to do the hand movement. Or you can click this right here. This also works as well. And the zoom tool is also there too. But yeah, so you can mess around with it and make sure that it's not super flat. So you can bring this down and bring things up. Where it's not too much of a problem, since, you know, they're not super flat. But, you know, you don't want it to be flat, because then you'll start dropping frames and you'll be sad because you drop frames. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to finish these up, since you guys know what to do. You guys have, you know, acquired the knowledge, because you guys are awesome. So you just sync it on the beats that you want to sync with your song, if you're not using the same song. And also you can kind of look at the project file and mess around with the things in there. All right, but I'm gonna finish syncing, everybody, and I will see you guys afterwards. Alright guys, I finished the time remap portion of it. It took a while because it was actually, you know, I had to improvise a bit. I had to, you know, mess around with the Bezier handles and messing around with making sure that these, like, you know, they're not too fast of a shot and not too slow of a shot, and make sure it syncs well. So you kind of have to mess around with it because, you know, Time Remap is different with Twixtor, as, you know, Twixtor's a full-on plugin that slows things down and makes it smooth in that way. That's why I like Twixtor, but, you know, I bounce between the two. I kind of, you know, mess around with both of them. So we're just gonna preview this. So sometimes they'll be choppy. You know, there will be some choppiness in some certain areas where you can enable flame blend. Oh my gosh, you can enable frame blending, and then you can have it frame blending. Basically, it'll smooth out the frames so they're not extremely choppy. Usually RSMB, which is Real Smart Motion Blur, helps out with that. Like, you can put them on different clips and experiment with how it looks. This motion blur really handles the majority of it. And then, you know, you add the pan crop onto that, and it looks Oh my bad. And then it begins to look seamless. So we can pre-compose this. I can't pronounce anything today. Pre-compose this, and we have, you know, both of the clips. We do a full preview on both of them, and we will check it out.
For listening, nigga, they been the saints, Biggie smack me at my christening. Watch what you dishing in. Please play it safe, cause your position on the top is switching right in front your face. Rocking wide in space with rhymes, I'm busting now. Keep ducking down, got some missiles now, headed for your house. So put the pistols down, got that red dot on your nose. Who put the clown out? Thanks for listening, nigga, they been the saints, Biggie smack me at my christening. Watch what you dishing in. Please play it safe, cause your position on the top is switching right in front your face. Rocking wide in space with rhymes, I'm busting now. Keep ducking down, got some missiles now, headed for your house. So put the pistols down.
Alright guys, that's basically it for this syncing tutorial. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I did spend more time on it than I really wanted to, but it's okay. Next tutorial will definitely be a trick shot syncing. For this tutorial, hopefully it was helpful. Hopefully it was informative. Everything will be in the description for you guys. If you have any questions, let me know. You know, check out the preview in the beginning of the video again, and then, you know, or try to check out the project file, which should be in the description. If it isn't, it'll probably be up in like, you know, maybe soon, like a day or so. So I will see you guys in the next video. This has been Mo. Hopefully you enjoyed the tutorial, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.